I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome
We're
back.
back again. So, how's your week going?
My week is going great considering it is only the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
You
But
know, it's not too
I'm
bad.
on I'm on vacay this week, so
Your week is going
any
better.
week, any week that I don't have to, I'm not even doing anything. We're just kind of like this morning we got up and we what did we do? We cleaned out because your grandparents are coming in.
It's
So
mom's
this
birthday
that.
week.
It is your mom's birthday week. So your
It's also
grandparents are coming
Heather's
in.
birthday week.
Also true. So happy birthday to those two.
Happy birthday to you two gals.
Um So, but they got the room cleaned up because it was, we had we had let it get in a little disorder. We'd been using it to
Y'all
store
were,
some stuff. So,
yeah. It was it
so but
was
then
it was giving storage.
yeah, so but then we went in and we were cleaning the closet out a little bit, and I noticed that rod or the shelf and the rod thing were like sagging, and I'm like, how is that? And then I realized that where it attaches into the wall, they were pulling out where the actual like bracket thing attaches into the wall. So I'm like, okay, now I got to do something with that. So I went and reattached everything and tightened it. And where the one bracket was in, it was actually pulling through. I have a hole like that big in the back of the closet in the wall now
I was
because
gonna
the
say, does it need
bracket
a
had just pulled
drywall?
out.
Like a
I,
drywall anchor?
that's what it had. It had one of the big heavy ones, and I don't know if I
Mm-hmm.
had over tightened it that it damaged the drywall, because that's the
Mm.
only thing with those ones is like it's those ones that you push in and then you put the bolt in, it pops the back
Mhm.
out and tightens it. I think maybe I over tightened it because it was like bubbled out. And when I
Oh
took it
yeah.
out, all the drywall just crumbled. But then what I did was I moved it down and I attached it into, because our house has metal studs. So I attached it right into the metal studs and it's a lot more secure now. So yeah,
Nice.
and then we swam. Actually,
Oh,
then we swam and then I went out in the lake and I just stood in my waders in the lake for a little bit just because I
just
can,
for the
because I'm on
vibes.
vacation. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Yeah, that
yeah, so
that sounds
it's a
like
good
a
day.
real, yeah, it sounds like you did a lot in the
And
short
then
amount of time that today
we
happened.
went for Starbucks.
Wow. Sounds like a great first vacay day for you.
Yeah. So
Also, again, you accomplished a lot in just this half
yeah,
day. Oh, I guess
yeah,
it's already later. Okay, well.
yeah. Well, yeah. So what'd you do today?
Nothing.
No,
I
that's
did
even see
nothing.
that's an even better day. That's a better day right there. That
I
is a
slept
better day.
in, I woke up, I made some coffee, and then, I recently reset my Animal Crossing town.
Oh,
So I played on that for a little bit.
yeah. You know what? We you inspired us. We didn't reset ours because ours has
Reset
we no
it.
we've
It's
put
way
we
more
were going
fun.
to no listen we were going to we went on. This is not our topic. We
Not
went
our
on
topic. Yeah.
and we were looking at it because your mom went on to her game and she was looking at it and she was thinking about it, and then we looked at how nicely we have that town set
You
up
just can't even look
because
at it. You can't even
ah
look at it. It's
I
way more fun to just
I know,
redo
but
all of it from the beginning.
no, look.
There's nothing to do when your town is already made. Like
No, there is. You can go and fish, and you can go to the other islands and
you do
fish,
that in
and
the beginning too.
yeah.
It's just to me,
Ah,
it's way more fun for me like redoing my whole town. Like I have all new
coming up
ideas.
with the
It's
design,
different.
yeah,
It's different like creating it from a blank space, so I'm plucking all the weeds out.
yeah,
I have my neighbors all in one area, and then I have like I have it where like I'm taking the pine trees and I'm separating it. I have to show you.
yeah.
It's looking
Oh,
so cute,
you'll have
and
to you'll have to invite us to your town, and we'll come over.
the
If you
only
don't play Animal
intimidating,
Crossing, you don't care about any of this, but if you
yeah, just
do,
fast forward.
if you know, you know. With
It's a good
ours though,
time.
there's a couple things that I love about our town that we created, right? The one thing is we actually created a separate user named Hyatt so that we could
Yeah.
have Hyatt's house, and it's a hotel. His house is set up to be a Hyatt hotel. It's got a beach. It's right on the beach. It's got like a private beach area that says Hyatt guests only. Um, it's set up inside that, like, when you first walk in, it looks like a hotel lobby, and then there's guest rooms, and I think in the basement we have a gym and a laundry room, and then on upstairs I think we have like a suite, and then we have another house that was your house when you were playing on our Switch, but then we converted your house into I forget the name of it. Something with something Alyssa's something, but it's a restaurant. And you go in and it looks like a seafood restaurant because it's got fish stuff all over the place. And then when you go down to the basement, it's like a speakeasy down there. And when you go upstairs, we have it set up so that it looks like a rooftop bar. So I mean, we've put all that work in, mostly Brandon, put all that work into that, and to destroy all that
I
would
get
be
it.
criminal. It would be
I get
criminal.
it because I went through that same attachment, but I just went into my settings. I didn't even open my game. I went into my settings and I just deleted the data. And then it was
Yeah.
a little intimidating when I first started out back again. And, there's just weeds everywhere and a whole lot of nothing. And I'm in a tent. Like, I get that. But
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
also, I'm already, it's been what, maybe like a week or two. And I'm already, pretty established. I already have a museum. I already have the bigger Nook station. Like, once
Wow.
you know what you're doing in the game, you move along a lot quicker as
Quicker.
well.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
And now I'm able to fully design my town how I
Maybe
want it.
we should just make this an Animal Crossing episode and sit. No, I'm kidding.
We'll talk about this other topic later. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So I'll just jump right into it.
Yeah.
Enough of that Animal Crossing talk. We'll talk about that in our after show meeting.
Yeah. That's right.
But so the other day I see a post and I even asked Adrian, like, can you tell by looking at this? And he gets the wrong one. So, maybe they're onto something with the dupes, but I see a post and it's two bracelets that look like Van Cleef bracelets.
Mhm.
And one of them, it says one of these is $4, one of these is $4,000, which is which? And so many people were also saying the $4 bracelet was the $4,000 bracelet.
Wow.
And if I can find it, maybe I'll
It's
have you insert it somewhere in here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I was gonna say I can do that. Right.
it's
It'll be right here.
but the thing is, that's funny about it is like somebody that knows designer pieces, like I knew it just because I know what the chain of a Van Cleef looks like. So
Okay.
I knew automatically the $4 one versus like the other. The other one looked more I don't know how to say it, but like more vintage, I guess. So you could tell the difference.
Right.
But I will say a lot of people kept saying, "Oh, the one on the left looks so much nicer, so much nicer. That has to be the $4,000 one." And
Right.
it got me thinking how good some of these designer dupes are
Right.
and just the clear difference between if you know, like there's people that if they see a designer bag that they know designer bags so much that if you're wearing the best of the best fake designer bags, they can still look at it and be like, nope, that's a fake one because it doesn't have this special little marking on it or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
um
You're talking about like
but
the designer product nerds that like know all the details. They know when the new one's coming out, whatever.
yeah, they know, yeah, exactly. Which, if I'm being honest, that's one of the main reasons why I would just never wear fake designer, because
Oh, fake designer. Okay.
fake designer. Like, would you be upset if for a gift I bought you something designer, but it's fake designer,
See, I'm not a
and you
brand
knew it was
snob
fake
like that.
designer? Like,
Yeah, I'm
here,
not.
Dad,
But
I got you
if
this Rolex, but it's a fake Rolex.
if I
Would
liked it,
you?
like if I liked the way it looked and everything, I wouldn't care. I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
care.
care?
I wouldn't care that other people, who knew that stuff would look at it and go, "Look at that guy with the fake." I wouldn't care about that because if I liked the way it looked, I don't care what name is on it or anything like that.
I think that's
I'm
also
not
because
that
you're
person.
older and because it's a gift that you can just get out of it like, oh, really? My daughter got it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That too. That too. No, no, and there's so there like something else that you run into occasionally that's not exactly the same but similar is um like Jay bought me years ago a Eagles jersey. It's that Kelly Green one, that's the Randall Cunningham one.
Yeah.
It's like a throwback one in that he got me years ago, and he told me he bought it like from someplace on eBay that was, that it was imported like from China or something, so it was a knockoff. I think it had official NFL stuff on it. It's probably illegal, I don't know, but but like the quality of it is there. Everything about it looks exactly like if I had gotten one there. And it kind of made me think that, is this being made in the same like, was this made literally in the NFL factory, wherever theirs are made over there, but it just wasn't sold by them. So that, like, it didn't have quite the markup. So kind of the idea that, well, it's made just exactly the same. It's just, somebody's getting it over there before it gets to the actual, distributor to ship it over. Something like
Kind of
that. I don't
like,
know.
wasn't there something around the time that the tariffs were happening that a lot of the manufacturers over in China, they were coming out and they were saying, "Hey, look, you know that real expensive designer bag that you all pay thousands and thousands of dollars for? Yeah, we can sell. We are making it right here. This is the bag that you're buying for thousands of dollars. You can buy it here for 200."
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean,
it wasn't a knockoff. It was the actual bag. They're saying, "Yeah, we make it here for this amount, and then when we send it to those designer companies, they're the ones who charge you all of those thousands of dollars." But it
right.
really doesn't cost that.
Right. 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 So
Um,
then you start to, that's where you do like with some of that kind of stuff when it comes to tariffs. And I know there are products, we're not getting into a discussion of tariffs, but I know there are
not talking
products
about
that,
tariffs.
the price, the profit margin on them is too thin for them to
Yeah.
absorb those tariffs. But those kind of products, they could 100% absorb the tariffs and it wouldn't, yeah, it would hit their bottom line, but their bottom line is like, so huge that it wouldn't even matter.
Well, I think for those designer companies too, what it really comes down to is, there's people that are going to buy it just because it's a designer product. They're going to pay for it, and just because they want to buy it. And I will say, there are a lot of designer items that, they say that they're timeless and they are made better than, the $4,000 Van Cleef bracelet is definitely going to outlive the $4 Amazon knockoff. But, it just depends how
Yeah.
much you really care about that stuff too.
So what makes the $4,000 bracelet $4,000? I'm just like curious as far as like material or that kind of thing.
Well, the Amazon one is probably gold plated. The Van Cleef
Right.
one is actually probably, real gold.
Gold,
So,
yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
that's
that's
that
that
right there is
alone.
enough. Yeah, that right there is enough.
Yeah, that alone really is really what it comes down to. The,
Yeah.
Amazon gold plated version is going to, probably start turning and get
Yeah, various
not
colors of
cute.
green.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not gonna probably live past a few
Might
months.
might start turning
But
your wrist green.
it's also like, I think to be honest, I think those items I would buy that for, I'm going to a special occasion type of thing and I want to
Right.
wear this bracelet. I want to look like I'm wearing Van Cleef for this special event, and
Yeah.
am I going to buy that for it to be my everyday bracelet? Absolutely not.
Right,
The same
right.
reason that I wouldn't buy a fake ring that's going to turn my
Right.
finger green and get all gross. I'm not buying that to have it be my everyday, wear every day through everything in the pool, like in the shower
Right.
type of ring, but I'll buy it for an occasion if it's a
Right.
fake, if it's fake
Yeah, and I
material.
guess I guess even when you're talking about like the designer watches, like that it's also going to be the difference between the watches is, you know,
Mm-hmm.
unless it is a situation like that jersey where, oh yeah, this is made in the same factory. It's just not, you know, they sell them, you know, they put an extra O in Rolex, so it's Rolex or something something like that, and they, you know, they're just selling the exact same product. Otherwise, like, you know, you'll have the quality issues where like you'll have it a year
Yeah.
and suddenly, you know, it stops working and that kind of thing. I mean, you know, that is real. That does happen.
Yeah. Like you can buy a fake Louis wallet or something like that, but I don't think it's gonna last as long as the real
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton wallet, just based
Well,
on the quality that they put into it. You don't have as much backing to it. You don't have as much,
then you have
even if you,
nobody to go to when the quality's bad too. Like if you buy it
yeah,
and the stitching starts coming apart or something like that, and it's one of these designer brands, like they're first of all, that's probably not going to happen. But if it did,
yeah,
because they're so protective of their brand, they're going to like, you know,
they're
do the
gonna
right
fix it.
thing. Yeah,
Like
where
Ray-Bans. If I buy a pair of, sunglasses at Walmart or again, a knockoff off of Amazon or any of those websites, if a screw comes out or a lens pops out or something like that, they get loose, whatever. I just gotta take the loss and buy a new pair of glasses. But
hmm
if I buy something at Ray-Ban, off Ray-Ban or one of those designer brands in Sunglass Hut or whatever,
yeah.
they're gonna back it up and fix it, and it
These are
still
Ray
might
Bans,
charge
by the
you,
way.
but
These are Ray Bans. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Now I do.
Yeah, these are actually, I if they had the dark lenses in them, they'd look just like a pair of Wayfarers, but they're
Yeah,
not.
no, now I see
Yeah,
it. Yeah, those are
yeah,
nice. Yeah, I love a good pair of. I will say I went through my phase of constantly buying. I think you remember that phase where I was buying designer sunglasses all the time. I still
yeah, and
have
then
them.
losing them. Oh no, I thought
The
they
only
were the
ones I
ones you
don't have,
lost.
no, my OG Ray-Bans got lost,
Oh,
but I
okay,
think somebody stole them. But I still have my Dolce Gabbana ones. Those are my
nice.
bathroom actually. But I don't
Yeah,
wear them because they're just not the style that I like anymore. But I don't, maybe I'll sell them. But
yeah.
um, it's also fun to have like a designer piece. Even like perfume. I have a Gucci perfume, and it's one of my favorite perfumes ever, but it's
hmm
so expensive. It's pretty much empty now, but I still have it as decor on my
Just because you like
little
the bottle.
like tray in my bathroom. Yeah, because it's like I have a Gucci
Yeah.
perfume. What? Of
What
course I'm
about
gonna display
so
this.
what about that though? What about like what are your thoughts on designer like you know, perfumes versus like are there even knockoffs? I would imagine there
There's
are, right?
dupes, yeah. There's the knockoffs where yeah, a lot again. There's a brand on Amazon that sells them, but the thing is, again, even with perfumes, think of just a cheaper perfume in general. It's just not going to last as long.
Right.
It's still
Right.
you might be able to find a dupe that like has literally identical scents to it or whatever,
Right. Right.
but I don't know. I feel like when you're paying that much, there is a certain extent that you're paying for
Right.
quality. It's like skincare or makeup items as well. These higher brands have skincare and makeup products.
Right.
Obviously, it's better quality than some of the drugstore cheaper stuff you might buy. I think everyone's like kind of stepping up their game anyways, but yeah, I think it comes down to quality. The designer perfumes that I've always had, they last on you a little bit better,
Yeah, yeah. Excuse me.
you know,
Yeah, I get that. And that's again,
than like
that's the
some cheap
quality
gas
thing.
station perfume,
Yeah, not to say by the way that you can't buy like cheap stuff and then find that the quality is still there. That does happen. There is some stuff like that, but generally that's not the case.
Like if you think about it, even cars, like Toyota and Lexus, I think it is, right? They're built in the same factory or something.
Right.
And you can tell because when you look at their cars, they do look similar.
Yeah.
They have a similar body style, but Toyota is still not the same as Lexus. Both
Yeah.
well-built
Yeah.
cars,
And
but
they're probably built in the same
you know,
factory, which is the interesting part too. But the thing is with like
hmm
Alexis, it's going to be things like the higher quality like interior materials. So
yeah,
we're in a Toyota, you have plastic. They probably have like mahogany or leather. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's where the difference there comes in. Um,
That's where like you're paying a little bit more, but
I've seen, speaking of that, so talking about knockoff products, right? I've seen these things on TikTok, I think it was, of people buying these like really cheap pickup trucks that come from China. Like you order, it gets shipped over from now, probably now with the tariffs are a lot more. But these were like $2,000 pickup truck. $2,000 for a pickup truck that the brand on it is listed as Ram. So that's right
what?
there. But then the truck comes and it kind of looks like a Ram truck, but it's smaller. It's like a lot smaller.
Like the size
And
of a Tacoma or
yeah,
smaller than that?
yeah, smaller than that. And it comes in like a
Mm.
crate. It comes in a crate that you have to uncrate it. And probably, I don't know, you
What?
might have to attach the steering wheel. I don't know. I don't know. But there was something like that I saw that was like $1,000 electric car from China or something, and it was
Oh,
like
and
a
it's
little tiny
electric?
thing. Yeah, well there were some that were electric ones, yeah, and they were these
It's
little tiny
sounding
things.
like something I would give the kids to play with.
Yeah, I mean it was they were very small. Yeah, I just thought that was well. First of all, I thought that was interesting because like, what's that process like of buying something like that and waiting for it to go?
2000 though? I
Yeah,
would expect that for spending 2000.
yeah. I
2000
mean,
on a car? Come on, it has to be too good to be true. It's like people
right.
buying the couches from Temu
Yeah,
and then
I,
being like,
s-
"No, they're
I'm,
really not
s-
that bad. Look, it's like memory foam. Look, not that
yeah,
bad. Give it a year or two."
yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, I want to see that. I want to see somebody post a video in a year when their Timu couch is starting to get aged and how that memory foam is holding up. Because I don't know.
And
I
I
don't
want
know.
it to be somebody that uses it like often, like a
Yeah,
normal amount of use on it, not like it's in your front room that nobody really sits on, only
right.
occasionally. I want it to be in your living room, your everyday couch that you're sitting on,
Yep,
that's what I want to
yep.
see. Because they do look kind of cute,
No, they
but the
do it.
fact that it
Everyone I've
comes
seen
shrink
too.
wrapped.
Yeah, everyone I've seen too when they do the unboxing and they open it up and they go and sit on it and and they set it up and they go and they put it comes with pillows too and they do all that. I'm like, that's a nice looking couch. It looks like it
For
would be
like
comfortable
600
because it's
bucks.
memory foam, but I feel like or like you spill some water on it and it just dissolves. I don't I don't know what I picture
But
bad
it
things happening.
it could be along the same vibe of like the bed in a box, like the mattress in a box.
Right. Right.
I think
That's true.
all the
And
kids'
those
mattresses here, those were mattress in a boxes
yeah.
where, you cut it open and it expands like a marshmallow and you let it sit for a little bit. And like if you go and lay on any of the beds, like they're
Yeah.
all
Yeah, and those
completely
like the
comfortable normal mattress beds.
yeah, and all the regular like mattress manufacturers at this point sell those too. Like it's not just like that Purple or those companies. They're
And they hold up.
Serta and all those. Yeah. So
Mhm.
maybe we're wrong. Maybe, in a year people will be saying,
Yeah.
you know what, my Timo couch it doesn't at all have my butt imprint permanently in it.
No, because
Because
if
that's
you
what
think about
that's what I
the
picture though, right? Like you sit in that one spot too much and you're walking past and you go, why does it look like I'm still sitting there?
Yeah, but
That
if
would
you
be
think
the
about even
the
the
worry.
the mattress in a boxes, like you're sleeping on that every single night.
Yeah, for a
And
long time. Possibly
yeah,
longer than I
for
sit on the
8 hours.
couch.
Exactly. Or at least just as long.
My Apple Watch will never let me sit on the couch that long. My Apple Watch won't let me do that.
Right, after you ignore it 3 times, it actually physically moves you
Yeah.
up from the couch, the new Apple
And
Watches.
it guilts me because it starts calling me names. It's just I think I have a defective one because like
Yeah.
if I ignore the thing that says, "Hey, it's time to stand," then the next time it says, "Are you still alive?" and then it starts
Yeah.
calling me like inappropriate
Hey,
names. And I,
fatso, get
yeah,
up.
yeah. Funny story
Imagine
though,
if that was a setting.
Jay at one time had his name on his watch, something fat ass. So, it
Oh,
would
that's
say time to
funny.
stand fat ass. So that was funny.
Yeah. That's just hurting my feelings.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
I have low self-esteem because of my watch.
yeah, so um yeah, so speaking of quality too, they have a lot of the like the new build houses, or even actually if you think about it, the like luxury apartments
Right.
that are out there. And, the a lot of times I used to work for that one company who handled a lot of new construction companies, like, your DR Hortons, your Lennars, just to name a
Right.
few of the big ones.
Right.
Um, and we dealt with all of those builders. And one thing you always learn there is don't buy a model home because they're built so fast. And a lot of those just, those quick builds in general are just not quality at all. That's why you'll drive
Mm-hmm.
through some of those new construction neighborhoods, and the quality is just, you see the cracks on the side of the
Oh
stucco
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
within a year after they're built. And it's
Mm-hmm.
because they're just built so fast. They're built
Yep.
so close together because they're just trying to sell those houses and make as much profit as they can out of that neighborhood as quickly
Mm-hmm.
as they can. And
Yeah,
the same goes for the apartments too. Like, same concept.
100%. Yeah, because it's exactly the same concept. But when we bought our house over in Tampa when we were over there, that was a
Mhm.
new build, and the
Yeah.
quality was pretty good on ours. There were a lot of people in our neighborhood that had problems with the quality on theirs, but the quality on ours wasn't bad. Um, but I always said like those builder companies like you're talking about the Lennar, the DR Horton, like all of those big builder companies, they're never too focused on the house they're building today. They're always focused on the ones they're going to be trying to build next.
Yeah.
Like once they've got those houses going, they're not really that concerned with those. Like they're really just trying to get to the next one. And it's the same thing with the apartment buildings,
Mhm.
especially around here now because they're building apartment buildings like
So
everywhere. So
quick.
they're yeah,
So
so they're
quick.
just trying to get to the next one. We
And
we actually we when we were I think it was when we were trying to buy. It wasn't when we bought this house, but it was before when we were trying to buy. We went and looked at some in it was like a higher price neighborhood over in Lake Mary,
mhm.
and it was all new build, And we walked in, and the salesperson was very what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say something like too nasty, but they were kind of rude actually. Like it was kind of like I don't know if they were like, "Oh, you can't afford to live in this neighborhood," like knowing nothing about us or something. Because I think we stopped on our way back from somewhere. Like so we were just maybe I was dressed like this, um, and and as we were walking around the house, I like when we left, I'd said to your mom, I wouldn't buy one of their houses anyway because that was a model home, and I was as we were walking like around, I'm looking at trim like around the baseboards, or there was some trim on the stairs that was not cut right. It was like like cut badly. It was like big gaps and that kind of thing. And I'm like, if this is your model home, I don't want to see the one that you're building. For me now. Granted, if I bought it and it looked like that, they'd be coming in to fix it. But
It, I mean, they take more time in the regular houses, a little bit more time in the regular houses than they do the model homes. The model homes, they're building this house from like ground to ceiling in literally 2 weeks. Like,
see, I would think it would
such
be
a
the
quick build.
opposite. I would think it would
No,
be the
because they
opposite
want
because that's the one that people are going to go through to see what your houses look like. You
that's
know
why
what I
they got to
mean?
get it up. That's why they
Yeah, I
want to
get
get it
that.
up. They want to get that house up ASAP before any of the houses really are even up because they want to get guaranteed buyers within the and if we're being honest, they're hoping that you don't even notice those little imperfections. They're
Yeah,
hoping that
that's
you're just
probably
so
true.
distracted by, the hanging lights over the bar and how nice they have it decorated that you're not
Right.
going to see
And
those,
the
you're not
quartz
buying that.
and yeah,
Yeah, you're not buying
yeah,
that
that's
house.
true.
They're hoping that they just get your attention off of the sparkly backsplash and,
Yeah,
what your house could look like. They're not thinking that you're going to seriously be looking at like quality stuff like, oh
yeah.
wow, look
I
at how this
also
is cut around the stairs.
I also think there's like something that happens to your brain when you walk through like a new build house and you smell all those smells of the new woods and the new paint and the materials and all that. It's kind of like the same thing that happens to your brain when you take a new car for a test drive and it's got the new car smell and it's like, I'm buying it. I think there's a
Yeah.
psychosomatic thing that goes on there that just convinces you that you want to I must have this house, that kind of thing.
And they make it, even if you think about the what's it called? The luxury apartments. Like my apartment, real nice. For the most part I will say it's like good, but there are things that we see around here that it's like, oh, like why is the towel bar in the bathroom even like loose? Like
Right.
why are these little features? Why does the door handle on the bedroom door feel like loose?
Yeah.
This is stuff that I've never experienced before, and this is supposed to be somewhere where it's like higher quality.
Right.
Why is the cover for the outlet like popping off? Like
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are little things that you're like, yeah, y'all make it look really nice. And I think a lot of times too, the luxury apartments, even when you guys lived in that one for a little bit, they really get you off of the amenities and how nice the actual property is, and oh, look at our nice gym and look at our nice clubhouse, and hey, look,
Yes.
we have such a beautiful pool area. And they get you off of look, we give you beautiful quartz countertops and shaker cabinets.
Yeah.
They kind of like get you off of that because hey, those are things that I'm gonna look at and be like, wow, this
Yeah.
kitchen is so beautiful.
Right. And the
But
only thing I'll say
then,
about the new build houses is a lot of times, like with our house, with the Lennar house we had, I think it came with like a year warranty where basically like anything that we noticed, like that kind of stuff, like, oh, that outlet cover, is hanging off the wall. Not like, oh, it's loose and I'm calling the guy to tighten the screw. No, but like, something like
mhm,
that where something's not installed right or you know, there's a baseboard issue, say, or something like that. Like, they'll come back and fix that stuff for a year. But you're
for
right. I mean,
sure.
not everything shows up that quickly either.
And I think also, even from working with like those builders, everything is on a real tight schedule.
Yeah.
So, that's something that you're paying all this money for, but, they are saying, hey, Windows, y'all need to be installed by tomorrow.
Right.
Right after Windows, you need to be installed by, or we need to have, this next guy come, and then after that, and then after that, and then after that. Like it is a day to day to day to day thing
Oh
because they
yeah.
are trying to bust out these homes and get them built, and as quick as you can do it, get it done.
Speaking of that, and this is sort of related, but not really related to that, I have been seeing these ads all over the place, and it's probably just in my algorithm for these houses that you can buy that are like fully built houses. And they look like the construction of them looks good. They're like all wood, like they just look like they're well put together for like, I think the one I saw was like a 2 bed, 2 bath, maybe a little over 1,000 square feet for like
Like a manufactured
$16,000.
home.
Yeah, for like $16,000. And then, they come and they drop it on your land. You don't clearly have to have your slab already done and all that, which is going to cost you more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like
That's not a
if I
bad
had
price for
land,
something like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
if I had land,
exactly.
yeah.
I'll buy one, and can I just prop it up in your backyard, or
But there
will
was,
your
what's
HOA not
funny?
go for that?
This is not on topic, but I like to warn people of that in case they want to fast forward. No, Don't
Or
fast
fast
forward.
backwards and listen to us
Yeah,
again.
listen to us again, right? But there's a piece of land that we saw over in Lake Mary. That it's like it's right by the high school over there. It's like 15 acres,
Hmm.
which how there's one piece of land that's 15 acres over there is amazing to me. It has one
Yeah.
little one bedroom, one bath shack on it. I mean, it literally looks like a shack, but it's like about $900,000, 890, something like that. Uh, and I said, man, that would be really cool to get 15 acres. You could put like 3 or 4 houses. We could have like a house for us, a house for your grandparents. Jay could have his own house on it. You could put a house, you know what I mean? Like
I was
15
gonna say,
acres.
and what about me?
Yeah, and with one of those houses, you could put on for like dirt cheap. So
Yeah,
now we're not
that's
doing
true.
that, by the way. But it just, it
Oh,
was one of those
yeah,
where
I thought
like
this was like the
if I,
announcement.
yeah, if I checked my bank account tomorrow and a bank error caused there to be a lot more money in my bank account, I might do something like that. So
Before, they come back for it.
yeah, that's right. Because you got to get it out of there, then close the account, and then I don't know, hide.
Disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Are we ready
but
for a
yeah,
dad joke, or was there more?
no, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead with your dad joke.
This is a really good one. Why did the math book look so sad? Why did the math book look so sad? This one's making me giggle. Why did the math book look so sad? Come on, you just say I don't know why. You don't. You're not supposed to try to figure. Just to be clear on how the dad joke thing works, you're not supposed to try to figure it out. It's not.
I like to
It's not
figure it
a.
out
It's not a
because
quiz. It's just a
I
joke.
like to figure it out because I like debunking your joke, like the impasta.
The
Um,
impasta.
I'm gonna say because he has no addition,
No, that
no
doesn't make
person.
sense. Why did the math book look so sad? Why did the math book look so sad? It had too many problems.
Oh, wow. See, I was overthinking it. I was thinking
Yeah,
math, add,
yeah.
subtract,
See,
divide, multiplication. No,
there was
couldn't be any of
another one on
those.
here that was good. You know,
Me
I
too,
used to be,
math
I
book.
used to
Me
be,
too.
I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey. Then I turned myself around.
Nobody sings Hokey Pokey anymore. I
No,
wonder, I don't think the kids sing Hokey Pokey.
no. Yeah, no. Didn't that used to be a thing they did at weddings too? Like the chicken
I have
dance?
no idea. Not mine. Couldn't
Yeah,
tell you the last time I did the chicken dance. I
no.
think you're
It's
more
only at
likely to do the
weddings.
chicken dance at like a sports game.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
only at
think that's the
weddings.
last place I did the chicken dance. We'll
Where, wait,
never have
wait,
a chicken
where?
dance at like a sports game, like a
Oh,
magic
oh,
game, I feel like, or something they've
oh.
done them at.
Yeah, I feel like they do it at
I
weddings.
don't
Or
want
they
nobody
used to
doing a
do it at
chicken dance at my
weddings.
wedding.
Yeah. Now
Please
now we're
don't.
going now we're going to. Now it's
Definitely not
100% happening.
not gonna be a like what? Y'all better knock it off. Y'all
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
better knock it off.
All right. I don't have
Rather
anything
you
else.
do
I'm
the
also out
cha-cha
of dad
slide over
jokes.
the or the
Yeah,
over the
maybe that's the replacement, right? Those are the more modern versions of the chicken
and
dance.
even then,
Yeah.
I'm kind of against those too. Anyways, guys. Oh, we didn't even talk
What?
about the Costco thing.
Oh
The
yeah, go
Costco
ahead.
thing.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
We just had a momentary dad joke break. That's fine. You don't want to. I feel like
No.
we need to now. All right, that's all we got. You'll have to look up the Costco thing on your own. Google Costco Lululemon.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
All right. Thanks for checking us out, guys, and check us out Thursday for game time. Are we doing game time by the pool?
Oh, we could do game
Okay,
time by the
we'll
pool
do game
maybe.
time. All right, there we
We're
go.
gonna do
So,
a in honor of back to school, you guys. We're gonna do a spelling bee. Back to
okay, and
school week, we're gonna do a spelling bee.
we may have some special guests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So, all right.
Maybe we
Spelling
will.
bee by the pool.
Bye, everybody.